Hey guys, I just thought I'd jump on and do a quick video on getting the most out of YouTube cooking videos. I guess I could have done this in a short, but really I do not like shorts and I'll save that for another video. But you might think, well, it's pretty obvious getting the most out of a YouTube cooking video because I go on, I watch the video, if I like it, I cook the recipe. If I don't like it, I don't cook the recipe. It's pretty simple. But there's a lot more detail to a YouTube cooking video than kind of meets the eye, and I thought I'd kind of deep dive into it just a little bit and let you know where the actual good information lies within the video itself. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's go ahead and dive into one of my videos on YouTube, and we'll take a look at the actual video itself and some of the information and what a lot of creators, at least what I do with my videos on YouTube and the information that I give, where most of the good information and detail lies within the description section. So if we look here, this is my latest video on revisiting Hamburger Helper DIY version for a home twist. And of course up top you have the video itself and all the little buttons on the right hand side. We have the ambient mode, you can turn that on or off depending on what kind of viewing you like. Annotations, you can turn the annotations on and off. Playback speed, you can actually vary the playback speed, subtitles, and the quality of the video. So if you have kind of a bad internet connection, you can lower the playback quality and still watch the video so it doesn't keep buffering and pausing on you. Then, of course, you have your mini player if you want it fairly small, and then you have your default viewer, and of course your play on TV if you want to AirPlay it, and last but not least, you can go full screen on it. Now, one kind of cool little thing, if you hover over the video itself and right-click on it, you'll see that you can loop the video. You can copy the URL if you want to paste it in a different browser. You can go ahead and copy and encode the URL. This is a lot of things most people would never do. But one really cool thing that most people don't know is there's a little thing here called Stats for Nerds. And if you really want to deep dive into the video, you can get the resolution, you can get the audio quality. And this is actually kind of interesting because it's whether how you get on and some videos are way too loud and some are way too soft like that. Well, YouTube will sometimes lower the volume or increase the volume, and you can see right here in the volume normalized where YouTube actually goes ahead and does that. Not for all people, but just an interesting option to know. Again, just click, I should say, Stats for Nerds, and there it appears. Now let's go down a bit and deep dive into the description section of the video, and this is where I put a lot of information that some people, sometimes don't look at. I know when I watch videos on YouTube, I often never looked at it before, and I look at it a lot now. And what we have is the actual title of the video, of course, and who it's made by and how many subscribers they have, blah, blah, blah. And then we have the description of the video, which you're probably very familiar with, and I always add quite a bit of detail to mine as of recent anyway. And I do try and give the best description possible. In today's video, we are revisiting a classic comfort food, Hamburger Helper, and on we go. Down below, remembering those nostalgic flavors and that satisfying simplicity of Hamburger Helper, and so on and so forth. So I tried to give a pretty good description of what the video is about. I know a lot of people aren't inclined to read this, but it is worthwhile reading. As we go down a little bit further, we have the video chapters. Now, YouTube does add these on their own, but I always add my own. So you have your introduction at 20 seconds, making the seasoning at 1 minute and 12 seconds. We have frying the beef and so on and so forth. And I find these very, very valuable if you're kind of watching a video and you say, no, I can't remember where he actually was frying the beef. Where was that again? Well, it will be in the video chapters. And if you go back up to the video itself, when you're playing the video and you hover over the top along and scrub along the timeline here, it will show you minute by minute exactly what's going on in the video. If the creator did add video chapters, or YouTube will add them themselves. So that might be a valuable resource for you. And what I put, as some of you probably already know, is a link to my website, and there's tons of recipes over there. There's just about 2,000 recipes. And so this link will take you directly to the recipe if you want to print it out or, have a look at it, or just use the website as a resource. I will do another video on the website itself, and it's probably well worthwhile watching that video. Down below, of course, again, is the video chapters. And what I have been doing as of recent is actually listing all of the ingredients that I use in the recipe. And I know they're on the website, and I would appreciate it if people do go to the website, because I have hours and hours and quite a bit of money in the website itself. But a lot of people were saying, well, you don't put the recipes or you don't put the ingredients in the description section. So I've been putting them in. If you want to go to the description section, have a look at them and copy and paste them and print them out. I'm not sure why you would do that if you can just click on the link and go to the website. But anyway, it's entirely up to you, the viewer. And something else I always, as of recent, within the last, I would say, 10, 15 videos, is put in these additional notes, because inevitably I make a video and get it all done and think, I should have said this, I should have said that, why didn't I say this, why didn't I say that? I should have said, okay, you can add this, or you can add that, or you can omit this, or maybe you can do whatever, and I always forget to say it in the video, so it is in the description section on additional notes in the video. For example, on our hamburger helper, feel free to choose your favorite pasta shape for this recipe. Elbow macaroni noodles work great, but you can experiment with other shapes like rotoni, shells, or even penny. If you prefer a vegetarian version, you can easily substitute ground beef with plant-based ground meat or crumbled tofu. The flavors will be fantastic. Stuff like that, and it just goes on and on about additional information of the recipe. As we go down further, there is the link to Facebook, and Facebook is an excellent place to interact with, other viewers and myself. Instagram, Twitter, Tumblr, which nobody really goes on anywhere anymore. And I am also going to put a link to my email address, which you can go ahead and email, cook, and share. And if you got a recipe to share, go ahead and do that. I am also trying to make it on the website where you can actually add recipes. I'll have a look at them, and then we can, as a community, go ahead and share those. I think I said this in another video. I know that some people have been sharing recipes, and I've really wanted to film them, but it's, just about impossible to film every one of them. So, we could just go ahead and add them to the website and have a look and find your recipe. Getting back to the description section of the video, they give you chapters, but this time it's kind of interesting because they give you a visual of each and every one of the chapters. And because this recipe wasn't actually published yet, there is merch, and it will show you merch on the page, and you can go ahead and we have t-shirts available, sweatshirts, mugs, and stuff like that. I am looking for another company. This company is not the greatest, but they do get the merch out, and I'm trying to cut the cost a little bit, but there is certainly the availability of merch, and you can go around wearing a cook and share t-shirt or something like that if you're so inclined. Now, I did pull up another recipe here because the one I showed you before wasn't published and it didn't show as much. But on this one, it does show the merch, and you can look, you can see, you've got white coffee mugs, black coffee mugs, shirts, stuff like that. Anyway, I'm not trying to do a sales pitch, but just to let you know they're out there. And I did forget to mention at the top, of course, there's always the thumbs up, thumbs down, whatever you're so inclined to press. Hopefully you'll give our videos a thumbs up, but that's entirely up to you. You can share it on Facebook, Twitter, whatever you like. You can actually download the video to your account. Another one is thanks, that people might not be aware of if you're so inclined, to say, oh, this is a super video and I just came across $1 million, or whatever. You can click the thanks and give us $1 or $2 to help with the production of videos, and many more things like that. And another thing that I know everybody's aware of this, but I always read the comments in videos. If I'm interested in the video, if I'm not interested in the video, I won't read the comments. But if I am, I certainly read the comments. It just gives me an indicator to know that, people have actually done this recipe and they've had success with it, or they haven't had success. And people come up with some really good suggestions in the comment section. So I suggest if you like the recipe, and probably if you like the recipe, go ahead and read the comments, and you can fine tune there. So a combination of looking at the comments and a combination of looking at those additional notes that I put in there, you can really, I guess, refine the recipe and fine tune it. Now, in many ways, I kind of hesitated to do this video because probably all of you know this stuff, and I'm just being redundant, repeating. But some people, may have forgotten about it, and I always check that in the videos because there is some valuable information sometimes in that description section. I know all creators don't go to great details in the descriptions, and maybe that's why they're not read as much. I don't know. So I guess really what I'm saying is YouTube goes to a lot of effort and puts in a lot of resources to help viewers out. And often, at least I do as a creator, I go to extra lengths to put information in for you guys and try and help you out. So sometimes it's worthwhile reading that description section. I should mention as well that last week there was no food news, but this week there will be. I had an appointment and I really didn't have time to do food news last week, but I will do it this week. And if you are enjoying food news, let me know in the description section or the comment section below, because it does really help. Well, it does help me to know that you are enjoying it and to just continue doing it. So if you enjoyed this information, guys, drop a comment, let me know. I think there is a bit of valuable information there and a few nuggets you can probably use. So that's pretty much about it for this midweek video drop. Thanks for watching, my friends. Stay safe, and we'll see you next time.